Human Services, and then in turn how much money comes to NIH. So we're obviously tracking all of these events carefully, and we hope to have more positive budget news at future council meetings. So moving on now to general genomics updates. Starting with some sad notes, the first of which is the genomics community recently lost a true pioneer and a legend. Sir John Sulston, founder of the Wellcome Trust Sanger Institute in the United Kingdom, passed away all too soon at the age of 75. John received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine along with Sidney Brenner and Robert Horvitz for mapping out the cellular development of C. elegans, the nematode flatworm. Of particular relevance to NHGRI, John was a key leader in the Human Genome Project, someone who was an outstanding partner with NHGRI in all aspects of this historic effort. In addition to his scientific excellence, he was a strong leader in advocating for open and rapid data sharing. John will be sorely missed. NHGRI is also mourning the loss of Congresswoman Louise Slaughter, who recently passed away at the age of 88. Mrs. Slaughter served in the House of Representatives for over 3 decades and most recently represented the 25th District of New York. She was the lead author of the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, or GINA, which was signed into law in 2008, and a strong advocate for genomics research in general. Her work on GINA protects patients and research participants who undergo genetic and genomic testing from discrimination in health insurance and employment. And interestingly, and in a poignant way, it was pointed out to me this weekend that this photograph you see here of the president signing in to law GINA literally took place precisely 10 years ago today. Just happened to work out. So a truly historic time exactly happening. And sadly, the Congresswoman did not live long enough to celebrate the 10th year anniversary. Well, several of us here at NHGRI had the pleasure of meeting and working with Mrs. Slaughter over the years. And so to honor her legacy of leadership in genomics and science, we have renamed our annual National DNA Day Lecture, which takes place every year on April 25th. Will now be called the Louise M. Slaughter National DNA Day Lecture. Representative Slaughter's commitment to genomics and leadership in Congress will be deeply missed. Former NHGRI K99R00 grantee, Nevo Sanjana, received the AAAS Martin and Rose Wachol Cancer Research Award. This award honors early career investigators who have performed outstanding work in the field of cancer research, and all of the work cited for this award was published during this investigator's K99R00 funding series. So congratulations to him. And also congratulations are due for newly elected members of the National Academy of Sciences. The NIS recently announced their newly elected members, and of particular relevance to the genomics community and to NHGRI are the individuals listed here. We extend our heartfelt congratulations to these colleagues. The historians will note that Michael Gottisman, listed second here, was at one time acting director of NHGRI between Jim Watson and Francis Collins, and has always been a great supporter of NHGRI, but congratulations to all the individuals listed here. Also, congratulations to someone who the genomics community knows well. Earlier this month, Magdalena Skipper, who's currently editor-in-chief of Nature Communications, was named the new editor-in-chief of Nature. She will be the 8th editor-in-chief in Nature's 149-year history. She's the first woman editor, and she's the first editor to come from a life sciences background. Dr. Skipper is well known to the genomics community, having major editorial responsibilities in the genomics area for many years at Nature. She will succeed Phil Campbell, and she will start in the position in July. We look forward to her new role with Nature. And lastly, of course, have to give you the update of genomes in the news, because there have, as always, been a number of recently generated genome sequences reported since the last council meeting, including, and here we go, the marble crayfish, 30 different citrus species, the Sydney funnel web spider, the eastern Australian mouse spider, the lovely cockroach, Solodendron, the sweet wormwood, the Egyptian rosette bat, the California yellowtail, and here we go, the fin whale, the humpback whale, the gray whale, the sei whale, the minke whale, and the blue whale. So once again, genomics finds its way throughout the world of animals and other life species. Okay, moving on to the extramural research program and starting with our genome sequencing program. Well, the genome sequencing program, as many of you know, is composed of a coordinating center, 3 analysis centers, 4 centers for common disease genomics, and 4 centers for Mendelian genomics. The program is supported by other organizations in addition to NHGRI as we broaden our net of support. These include the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, the National Institute of Aging, the National Eye Institute, and also the Simons Foundation. Now, the genome sequencing program recently held its annual consortium meeting, and the various centers discussed research updates, sequencing progress, and their goals and strategies documents, which will guide their plans for the rest of the current grant cycle. Additional meeting highlights included scientific talks from outside researchers, updates from collaborations with the Knockout Mouse Project, or CUM, Transomics for Precision Medicine, or TOPMed, and the Undiagnosed Diseases Network, as well as clinical laboratories. And finally, they had opportunities within the program to build common resources. In terms of some numerical updates, go through each program. The Centers for Common Disease Genomics are using large-scale genome sequencing to discover genomic variants underlying common diseases, including rare risk and protective variants. These centers also aim to understand common disease architectures and ascertain optimal study design. As of May of 2018, the centers had sequenced over 101,000 samples. 58,000 reflect whole genome sequences, and about 43,000 reflect whole exome sequences. The centers aim to sequence about 200,000 samples by December of 2019. Freeze 1 of these data, which includes 20,000 whole genome sequences, was made available in November 2017. The centers are currently working on Freeze 2, which will include whole genome sequences generated as of May 1st of 2018. Freeze 2 is intended for release this coming summer.